Hi, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and in this sort of like mini tutorial, I guess, I want to answer a question that I get asked quite a lot, which is what is the difference between an oracle card, a Lenormand card, and a tarot? So what's the difference between the different genres, and actually which ones should I get for me? Of course, my standard response always is, well, you can have whichever one you want, because you can make whatever you choose work for you, and you should go for what you feel drawn to. I want to add a bit of context to that, because I know that when I first started, too long ago, I had a deck of oracle cards. I think they were fairies back then. I had some fairy oracle cards, and I learnt the tarot. But I learnt the tarot over a number of years, and it was quite slow and quite methodical, and that worked for me because I wanted to really work as a tarot reader. So, and as a part of your training, you go through the cards and also an awful lot of other things around how to do the spreads and things. So I had both. Lenormand was around, but I wasn't aware of it at the time, and actually Lenormand has only just recently seen a reintroduction into the tarot reading community, if you like, really. So let me just start from and explain to you what you can expect and what I would say, my recommendation, which is not a law or a rule, because as I've said, you can have whatever you want and it will work for you. But as a rule, I tend to say oracles are, because they are effectively not one size fits all, they're very unique and different. You can have various themes. So for example, this one here is goddesses, gods and guardians. You can have fairies, angels, dogs, cats, plants, herbs. You can have a number of things, and there's no predetermined or widely accepted number of cards. So you can have 44, 28, you can have however many the actual person that has created them feels is relevant. They're created through intuition. They're created through connection to divine. So it's a very creative pursuit, an oracle card. And you can take a card a day. You can, to kind of guide you on the energy. They're energy cards, really. Some readers actually use oracle cards to read for others as part of the reading. They'll also do readings with oracle and tarot. And some just do oracle cards. There are angel cards, for example, that there are some angel card readers that just use those. And they are, strictly speaking, oracle cards, but they use them and they work for them. So if you're starting out, I would say get some oracle cards, because they help you to connect to your higher intelligence, to your intuition, your psychic abilities, which we all have. So they kind of quieten the noise and allow you to focus in a very creative way. I would say they're quite deep, really. So oracle cards are very connecting and very good for self-empowerment. So they're for the self, really. And then you have the tarot, which is very much a tool for reading for others. So I would say read for yourself with oracle and read for others with tarot. So you can read for yourself with the tarot, of course, but if you're naughty like me, then you'll just don't put a card you don't like it, you'll put it straight back into the pack. So we cheat. Not everybody does, but I certainly do. And I don't mind admitting to it. And then I'll put it back and then return to an oracle card. Although I have now discovered Lenormand for myself as a reader. So I'll talk about this in a second. So with tarot, there's kind of like guidelines, 78 cards divided into major events and minor events. You have the 4 suits of feelings, thoughts, action, and coins or material world. So it's a predetermined thing. You'll have the artists and the creators tend to be fairly well versed with tarot as a rule. So they've been studying tarot for a few years. They tend to be quite knowledgeable about tarot as a tool, and it's not really a creative endeavor as such. They get a calling to do their own deck, their own tarot deck. So and they are good for 6-month spreads. They're good for reading for others. Obviously, if you're going to be a tarot reader, then they're good to learn the tarot as tarot practice. They can guide very well on where the current energies are going, and if you need to make any changes or alter courses at all to stop a certain thing from happening, because as you know, we have free will. So tarot is best when you're reading for others. You can read for yourself, but you can also cheat. So The Lenormand, however, has seen a resurgence in the last couple of years. About 3 or 4 years, it's become extremely popular. And it's called an oracle, and it kind of is an oracle because you've got little cards, 36 little cards, and then there's a picture on them and a word. So like there's a boat and it's called the ship, and that means travel. They can't be read as a single card, as in oracle and tarot. You tend to read them with another card, and then they're surrounding the male or the female within it. So they are absolutely amazingly accurate for answering direct questions. You have to be really specific with your question. Ask the Lenormand, shuffle them and lay them out in the predetermined grids. It tends to be 9s, or there are a number of them actually. But then wherever you put the central card is either the man or the woman or the matter that you want answering. So for example, money or love, you put it in the middle, and then the cards are around it answer that question. So that's the Lenormand. For yourself, very good as a tarot reader. They're very good for you. If you are a tarot reader and you haven't discovered Lenormand yet, I strongly advise you to have a little look at them because they're very, very accurate and quite direct. And then you've got Oracle for yourself. So that's my whistle-stop tour of what I would say is the differences between the three, and hopefully that's given you some insight as to which you feel would be the best for you. If you have got any questions, then please add them in the comments below. As I said, there's no rule. You can have all, any, or just one. It's entirely up to you. But those are the general guidelines that I would give somebody who asked me. Okay, so thank you for your time.